Good morning, everybody. We're going to start with our toe lifts. So today we've got 5 circuits, 40 seconds work, 10 seconds rest, 2 rounds, and there's 3 exercises in each circuit. So 4, 3, 2, heels upright, left, so right and left. Rolling through, follow the foot and the big toe. So we're starting to stretch out the bottom of the foot, waking up your ankles, and then waking up your knees just a little bit. We're going to march, so standing nice and tall, starting to wake up the hip flexors. So brace the core. We're trying to get our thighs as close to parallel to the floor as you can. For this one, the higher the better. Curls, tricep, press it back. Good, 8, 7, 4, 3, back to our knees. We're just gonna hold it here, nice and tall. Start to add an arm reach. So palms facing in, thumbs reaching up towards the ceiling. 8, 4, 3, back to our curls, straight arm, press it back for this set. So hands are a little bit wide, a little away from our hips. We're gonna do wide rows today. 4, 3, slow deadlift, right in the center, hinge it forwards. Stand tall, slow squat, stand up tall, good. Hinge and lift, squat and stand, good. So it's a slow hinge forwards, stand up nice and tall, and now we're going to sit our buns back into a chair. So hinge, lift, chest up. All right, we're gonna go a little faster. So hinge, stand, sit, and stand. So we should look like drinking bird on the first exercise. Second exercise, we're still pretty tall. Forward step and reach, take it forward and back. Nice, good pull, precursor to lunges. Good, 4, 3, 2, all right, slow it down. We're gonna take it down, turn, center, step it back, other side. So take it forward and hold, turn, center, and back. Let's go a little faster. So forward, turn, center, step back. Now if you need to step back into your lunge, that's okay. But remember, the front leg is pushing us back. We've got 4 more, just like this. Does not have to be a deep lunge. You can just do a nice good step, little knee drop. 1 more. All right, side lunge, step it out, hold it in place. Chest is nice and tall, it's just a little side to side movement. Little inner thigh stretch, little bit more knees. 4, 3, feet together. We're gonna curtsey, stand up nice and tall. Curtsey, stand up nice and tall. We don't do these enough. So it's a little cross behind. We don't want to turn our body. If you feel a lot of pressure on the inside of your knee, check your body position. Good, slow and steady. 2 more, down, lift, 1 more. Bring it in the center, arm circles, up and back, bring it back around. So circle up, circle around. Thumb up, pinky down, thumb up, pinky down. Good, 4 more, up and around, bring it back. 3. It's okay if your arm circles are out here. Last set. Good, arms out in front, just open and close. Give yourself a nice big hug. You can go ahead and get ready. We're gonna do our plank walkouts. Give yourself a little bit of space. All right, let's hinge it forward. So walk it out to a nice good plank. Hold it here, and then walk it all the way back up again. So if you need to, use that chair, hands on the seat of the chair. Step it back into your plank, but you keep your chest over the seat of the chair. You can definitely tell It's gonna be warm today. I'm already getting warm. I'm already thinking it's time to break out the shorter workout pants. Good, walk it out. Last set, walk it all the way back up. Bring it back into the center. We're gonna do our heel stomp, so slam and slam. So we can do, this is really gentle. I really want you to stomp those heels down into the ground. Good, 4, 3, march it out, shake it out, roll the shoulders. Up, back, and down. Grab a quick drink of water. All right, 40 seconds work, 10 seconds rest. No dumbbell, 1 dumbbell, 2 dumbbells, completely up to you. We're gonna do right side, left side, and then we're gonna do a core exercise. So we're gonna do a squat, bring the dumbbell up to our shoulder, step it back into a lunge, and then feet hip width apart. So right side, left side, and then weighted march. So we're gonna do that, and then we're going to repeat. So 40 seconds, squat with a lunge in 3, 2, and 1. So just a little squat, bring your dumbbell up to your shoulder, step back to a lunge, feet hip width or a little bit wider, bring it down, squat, lift up, lunge, and stand tall. So squat, it's easy to turn this into a deadlift because we've done deadlifts too, but I want you to sit down, curl it up, lunge it back. If you want to make it harder, your shoulders are okay with it, bring it up and overhead, and then lunge it. This is going to work shoulder stability. It's definitely a little more challenging than you think it is, so keep that in mind. But otherwise, right up to your shoulder. Good. We're going to switch arms, keep the squat, but we're going to step back into a lunge on the other leg. Here's 3, 2, and 1. So squat, curl it up, lunge, feet hip width. So squat, curl, lunge. So think we're picking something up. Maybe it's a little heavier than we thought it was, but we're gonna bring it up to our chest to carry it. So pick something up, bring it up. Sometimes it's easier to carry here than to try to carry it down in front of us. Remember, you have that option. Bring it up and overhead, lunge it. This one is a little challenging. 2, and 1. Weighted march, weighted march. You can absolutely have your hands by your hips, your shoulders, or overhead. And time's on. So we're just gonna march nice and tall. So a little bit of functional core today. The hard part for this is we wanna try not to weeble wobble. So weebles wobble, but they don't fall down, which is a good thing. But we want to try to stay tall. There might be a little side to side, but as we lift one leg off the floor, the other leg pushes the floor away. So we're working both sides. Ribs are a little tucked, core is braced. So we don't want to be here, we don't want to be here, and we don't want to puff out our chest. Good, rest. We're going to repeat those 3 exercises again, switching back to our first side, squat, curl, and lunge. So here we go. So squat, bring it up to the shoulder, step it back, and stand tall. Now it can be little, squat, curl, little step. How deep you go is between you, your hips, your knees, and your ankles. If you can squat to the floor, go for it. If you can bring it all the way up, stabilize that shoulder blade. For this one, we don't want to be here with elbows bent if you're going overhead. Your shoulders might not like overhead, and that's understandable. Good. Rest. But it's an option for some of you. If it's not, curl it up. You're still good. Here's 2 and 1. So squat, curl, lunge, and lift. And I'm not going super deep. Little squat, curl it up, lunge, and tall. Little squat, curl it up, lunge, and tall. You can go deeper. Think about when you have to pick something up off of the floor. Maybe it's, I always say bag of softener salt because we have to do a lot of softener salt. But maybe that item is actually your purse and it's just really close to the floor. Good. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Weighted march. So again, hands by your hips, hands at your shoulders, or arms up overhead. Right here, stand tall. Bring it in. So I've got my feet fairly close together. So if we're wider, there's a really good chance we're more wobbly. So aim for, hip width, maybe shoulder width, but we're carrying something, shoulder blades down and back, nice and tall. So we're here. Good march. 15 seconds. So we should feel our abs kicking on. If you don't, you might be time to go up to a little bit of a heavier weight if you can. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Dumbbells down, shake it out. Walk around, grab a quick drink of water. Circuit number 2. Heels elevated squat. Now you can just do a regular squat. Heels stay on the floor. You're good. Then we're gonna do wide rows, so the elbows are away, but we still don't wanna pull to our armpits, and we're not going like way back. We're still pulling, but our elbows are pointing a little to the corner behind us. Third exercise, standing core rotations. Standing core rotations. If you don't wanna do, again, if you don't wanna do heels elevated, you don't have to. That's kind of the big thing. Is I want you to focus on your squats. Heels elevated just might make it a little easier for those of you that have tight ankles. It's a little bit more knee, so keep that in mind. But 40 seconds in 3, 2, and 1. So nice and tall. We're gonna squat down, and then we're gonna stand back up again. So heels elevated is a little bit more knee, but it's also a good one if you have tight ankles. Elevating your heels, even if you just roll up your yoga mat and put your heels on your yoga mat, it's gonna take a little pressure off of the ankles, and you might be able to go a little bit deeper, but you choose. A lot of people will do this like with those tiny little weight plates, like the 2.5 pounders when they're at the gym, and that's enough. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Wide rows, wide rows. I'm going lighter than I normally would. So hinge it forward, angle the arms, pull and down. So I'm still pulling my hands back in the direction of my hips, but instead of coming right next to my hips, my elbows are pointing to the corners behind me. So it's just opening up a little bit into a letter A. So instead of the letter I, we're a letter A. So it looks like I'm pulling to my ribs, but I'm not. I'm just driving it back. Good squeeze. If you need to do this body weight, it's a good place to start. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Standing core rotations, you can do the body weight. I'm gonna grab a dumbbell. I'm gonna do a little bit of a paddle. Here we go. So I'm gonna paddle. This is an option, not a requirement. If you just wanna do your core rotations, you absolutely can. If you wanna do a weighted march with a wide leg, this is an option if you don't wanna rotate. I know a lot of you have doctor's orders, no rotation, no flexion. So if you don't wanna rotate, you just march and you keep it stable. But if you can rotate, give it a shot. You're passing something to the person behind you. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Heels elevated squats or regular squats. Time is on. Good. So ribs tucked. We're here and we're here. And it's okay if your squat is shallow. If we're squatting and I can read the shirt on your back, the back of your shirt, you might be bending over a little too far. Think about being very formal. You're talking to somebody and you're gonna sit down, but you wanna keep looking at the person you're talking to. It's okay if you don't go as deep as I do. Shallow squats are still squats. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're gonna go for those wide rows. So shoulders down, ribs tucked, hinge. Thumbs kind of form a triangle. So thumbs kind of point towards each other in the front. Pinkies stay pointing to the corners. We're still driving down and back, pulling towards our hips. So it's a little bit wider. That's why I went lighter. It's a little, just a teeny bit more stress on your shoulders. That's not a bad thing, as long as we have good technique. So we start close to the body, safe for shoulders, and then we move a little bit away from the body, a little bit more of a challenge. We don't always move super close to ourselves. Good, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're gonna go for our standing core rotations, our march, our paddle, whatever feels good. Here we go. So rotate and rotate. I'm just doing chest down to my hip. I'm trying to focus on using the back of my body to pull, because I really want to think about its rotation, but it's also the back side of your core. Your core isn't just your front. We've got the back side too. It's guy wires, it's a canister. So we've got it front, side, back, top, bottom, side to side. Good, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Dumbbells down, shake it out, walk around, grab a drink. Moving on, circuit number 3. We're gonna do a side lunge with a bicep curl, right side, then left side. And then we're gonna do a little balance challenge. We have a lot of rotation this week, but we're going to curtsey, cross body to the corner, stand up. So curtsey, reach for the corner, and stand up. And you're gonna alternate, but I want it to be a balance challenge more than a leg challenge. But grab a single dumbbell. If the right leg steps into the side lunge, left hand is gonna have the dumbbell. So side lunge to curl in 3, 2, and 1. So step out, curl at the top. Step out, curl at the top. Side lunge and curl. And you can just keep it a little step. I want you to shift your weight into that leg and then come back up again. So this isn't shifting our weight into that leg. Take it out, push it back up. It can be little. The deeper you go, the bigger the step, the harder it is. Reach, curl it at the top. Reach, curl it. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Switch it over to the other side. So same thing, just a good side lunge with a bicep curl. 3, 2, and 1. So we're going to take it out, curl it at the top. Hips, knees, and toes pointing forwards. We step out and we just kind of sit into that hip. We don't have to sit and like push it out. It looks like I am, but I just step out, I sit, and then I come tall. You can make it a bigger step, a reach for the floor step. Go for it. Find the range of motion that's challenging, but not impossible. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Dumbbell down. So it's a curtsey with a core rotation. 2 and 1. So curtsey, reach, bring it up. So it doesn't have to be a deep curtsey. I want you to do the balance challenge part. Cross behind, reach to the corner, or you can do an open book right here. Open your book. So reach it out, open your book. Or reach, open, center. And it can be small. You can just kind of aim for the corner, curtsey, little corner. Good, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Same thing. Side lunge, bicep curl. Back to the right side. 2 and 1. So step out, curl it at the top. I'm gonna add a little rotation at the top of my curl. It's an option. We do a lot of hammer curls in this class, partly because it feels better for my shoulders and my elbows. Well, we need to train it the other way too. And since I've got a lighter weight today, that's what I'm gonna go for. Side lunge, curl it up. I wanted to make sure we got lower body today because Tuesday was definitely upper body. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring it in. I'm gonna switch it over to the other side. And we're getting cardio today too. 3, 2, 1, good. So step it out, curl it at the top. Step it out, curl at the top. So these are our opportunities to add a little power. Step out, push off really hard to come up to standing. If we're here and we just try to come up and pull the leg in, it's hard. But if you use this leg to push the floor away and bring it up, the leg is going to get stronger. You're going to be able to come up to standing better. There's a method to the madness. 3, 2, 1. Good job. Curtsey with that little bit of a rotation. So it's I want the balance challenge. Here we go. So a little curtsey, reach for the corner, bring it in. Curtsey, reach for the corner, and in. So again, we're kind of working backside of our body a little bit. I know it feels like it's all front, but we're using the muscles on the back of the body to help open that shoulder behind us. Reach. So good curtsey, reach it over. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in, shake it out, walk around, grab a drink. The next 2 rounds are on the floor. Remember, you don't have to go to the floor, 100%. First exercise is on the floor, you're gonna do a clamshell, and you're gonna do a regular clamshell and then an internal clamshell. If you're standing, you can absolutely have your foot on the floor and just rotate in, rotate out, pivoting on your big toe. Or you can lift your leg here, or you can just do like a side leg lift. So we're trying to get that internal, external rotation on our hip. Round 1 right, round 2 left. Second exercise is hands and knees, and we're gonna do a single-sided rear delt, thumb pointing to the ceiling. If you're staying standing today, you can do the same thing. I just like having my hands on the seat of a chair, or if you grab a band, you can do one side and then you can do the other. So if you want to do a band, you're golden. So grab a dumbbell for that exercise. I'm gonna grab a 5. I have to go light with that one, but we're gonna start on our side and we're gonna do clamshell out and then in, out and then in. So you can be all the way down, you can be on your elbow. Stack the hips and the knees. We're gonna start feet glued together, lift the knee, set it down, glue the knees together, lift the foot, and set it down. 3, 2, 1. So we do open the front, open the back. So knee comes up, now the foot comes up. So knee, and then foot. So feet stay together, knees open, knees stay together, foot opens. So external rotation, internal rotation. Open the thigh towards the ceiling, open the thigh towards the floor. So ceiling, and then floor. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Hands and knees. Now, if you want to do this just lying on your tummy and no weights, you can do that too. But hands and knees. Good. Time's on. So palm is going to face forward, thumb lifts up to the ceiling, and then comes back down again. Thumb lifts up, come back down. So try to keep your palm facing forwards. This is one light weight or no weight at all. So this is working back of the shoulder, working on a little rotator cuff, rear deltoid. So this is one that most of us are going to be pretty light. I've got a 5. That's plenty for me. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, switching it over to the other side. So same thing. So good hands and knees position. We're gonna take that palm, good, time's on, facing forward, thumb lifts to the ceiling, bring it down. Thumb lifts to the ceiling, bring it down. If you're staying standing, if you don't wanna be on the floor, I still want you to kind of have as much of a forward fold as you can get. So I want you to try to be parallel to the floor with your upper body. You can have your hand on the seat of a chair, couch cushion, whatever feels good. Lunge position, feet hip width. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to do the other side for that internal, external clamshell. So we're all the way down. Good. Time is on. So it's stacked. So knees open, down, foot opens. So open the hip, thigh moves towards the ceiling. Now thigh rotates towards the floor. Feet together, open, knees together, and open. So open here, internally rotate. So most of us do a lot of outer hip work, but we sometimes, because it's easier to do, right? We miss that internal rotation, we miss a little bit of that inner thigh work. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Back over, hands and knees. We're going to go for that rear fly. 2, and 1. So you can absolutely do this with no weight. You can do this with no weight. Just lift the hand. We do this sometimes in the Friday class for mobility, and I actually love this one, but you can absolutely do this with a band if you'd like. This is awesome. That's why I like bands. You don't have to get on the floor for a lot of these. So that's an option for you. Good, 10 seconds-ish. Yes, 10 seconds. Good, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, switch it over to the other side. And then I want to get at least one set of the last circuit. Good, time's on. So lift it up and take it down. I think we can go ahead and get 2, but we'll see. Got 20 seconds. You can always tell which side is your strong side and which one isn't. I'm already getting very fatigued on this side. 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake it out. All right, last set of exercises. We're gonna do hold a bridge. We're gonna do pullover Skullcrusher. So pullover Skullcrusher on our backs. If you're standing, press back, tricep, and down. So you're going to straighten, bend the elbows, straighten, and lower. Second exercise is a push-up with a dumbbell tap. You can just hold a plank. You can do banded chest presses if you want chest. And then heel touches, we're just gonna do little side bends. So if you're standing, it's side bends. If you're on the floor, it's a crunch and you reach for your heel. So grab a dumbbell or 2. We wanna be able to do skull crushers with it. That's the important part. but we're gonna lift it up into a bridge in 3, 2, and 1. So lift it up into a bridge. We're gonna take the arm overhead towards the floor, bring it back up over our chest, carefully bend the elbows, bring the dumbbell towards our forehead, and then straighten. So pull over, up, lower, and lift. If you don't wanna hold the bridge, you don't have to, but if you can, give it a shot. So we're gonna do dumbbell pullover over the chest, tricep extension, Skullcrusher, and up. So overhead, in, bend, straighten. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip it over. If you want to do chest presses, stay on your back. I'm going to set the dumbbell just a little bit ahead of me. Good. Time is on. So it's 1 push-up, bring it up, tap the dumbbell. 1 push-up, tap the dumbbell. If you just want to hold your plank and tap the dumbbell, that's good too. If you want to just do chest presses, standing, with a band or on your back, go for it. Just kind of depends on if you want to get chest or if you want to get core. The push-up is going to get both. The plank is going to get a little bit more core, a little bit less chest. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. All right, on our backs, we're just gonna lift up into a crunch and we're gonna do side bends reaching for our heels. So 2, 1. So we're gonna lift up and I just want you to side bend, tap your ankle, tap your ankle, tap the ankle, tap the ankle. The closer your heels are to your buns, the easier this is gonna be for the side bend. You can take your feet a little farther away and it does not need to be much. Half an inch or an inch is usually plenty. Again, you can just hold an isometric crunch. You don't have to do the side bends. You can even just hold a dead bug. So you always have options. Again, if they're not supposed to do a lot of flexion. 2 and 1. Good. 1 more set. We have time? Yeah, we got time. 1 more set. Pull over with Skullcrushers. So go ahead and bring it up, pull over, overhead, Skullcrusher, and lift. I am not doing the bridge this set. That position just really upset my shoulders. So I am choosing to keep my hips on the floor and to not do the bridge because I want to keep my shoulders happy and healthy today, and having my body up in a bridge is not going to do that. So if you want to hold the bridge, go for it. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Flip it over. If you want to do the chest presses, stay on your back. If you want to do the push-up or the plank with the dumbbell tap, go ahead and bring it over. Your time is on. So again, just 1 good push-up, press it up, tap the dumbbell. Push-up. Lift, tap the dumbbell, or hold your plank. This is still going to be great core work, great shoulder stability, so it doesn't have to have the push-up portion. Whatever you pick, keep that core nice and tight. 7 seconds. Good. All right, side bends or ankle touches. Last exercise for today, and then we're gonna stretch. Here's 2 and 1. Now you have an option. Lift, ankle tap, center, and then down. So you can get that little bit of a rest, that little split second, or try to hold it up and keep doing your ankle taps. And it doesn't have to be fast. Good, we've got about 12 seconds. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it in, shake it out. Give yourself a little break. Put away any equipment that might be in your way. Grab a drink. We're just going to do a little stretching. We're going to start on our back. And you can do this standing or seated. Standing is going to be more of a balance challenge for this part. We're going to pull the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg, and then we're going to switch. So we're keeping our head all the way through our buns, glued to the floor. As we pull one knee in, we're trying to straighten and lengthen the other leg as well. So little hamstrings. Good, 2 more. Here's 2 and 1. Bring both knees into the chest. Give yourself a hug. If you would like to, you can bend your upper body, and you can try to take your nose towards your knees, a little bit of a curl up. 2, 1. Take the left leg down. It can be straight, or you can have your foot flat on the floor. Your right leg is up, your right hand is on your right knee, and you're going to use your hand to draw circles. So you're using your hand on your knee to draw hip circles. And they're not going to be very big circles, and that's okay. Good, change direction. So we want the hip to do the circles versus the knee. So your knee is locked into place, your hip just kind of circles one way and then circles the other. Stir the pot. 2 and 1. Switching sides. So bring it in. Hand is on the knee, and you use your hand to move your leg. So if you're like me and you are very short-armed, your knee circles are going to be very small. Good, change direction, but it's nice because now you can let that hip relax and just use that knee to draw circles. Good, here's 2 and 1. Bring it in. We're going to take both feet flat on the floor, arms out to the side, forming the letter T. Keep the knees together. We're going to take our knees all the way over to the right-hand side, trying to keep the left shoulder as close to the floor as you can get. So we're doing a little bit of pretzel. Just take it over and hold. Good, now bring both knees over to the left. Right shoulder stays as close to the floor as you can get. A little bit of a pretzel on the other side. Good, go ahead and roll yourself all the way over to one side. We're going to do our shoulder rainbows. So we're going to roll to our side. We're going to have our hips stacked, our knees are pulled in, so they're kind of in line with our belly button. Our bottom arm is straight out in front of us. Our top arm, we're going to take our thumb to the floor, and now we're going to try to draw a rainbow on the floor up and over our head, and we're going to try to keep that thumb on the floor the entire time. That's the hard part. And then we're going to bring that rainbow back up and over. So we're going to draw a rainbow on the floor. And I want you to try to keep your thumb glued to the floor as much as you can. So draw that rainbow on the floor. Front, all the way around. And then come back. Good, we're gonna roll over and do the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna flip over. You are more than welcome to just roll over. Goal is to get about three or 4. So knees are in line with the belly button. Everything is stacked. Thumb is on the floor. We're gonna take that thumb and draw a rainbow on the floor, up and overhead, around behind us, and then come back. This one's a hard one. It's shoulders. And then it's also torso. So if you're a little tight in the torso, you have a little difficulty doing open books. And my shoulders are 100% crunchy today. Good, one more time. All right, let's bring it all the way around. And we're gonna do runner's lunge. So if you need to do a lunge position standing, you absolutely can. So last exercise, we start hands and knees. We take our right foot by our right hand. You can have your left leg a little farther back, and we're just gonna try to stretch out the hip. If this exercise is just not for you today, you are welcome to do your kneeling or your standing hip flexor stretch. So having the hands on the floor just gets a little bit deeper into some inner and outer thighs. Good, let's lift up, step the right foot back. We're gonna do one down dog, lift it up, and we're gonna walk the dog. We're gonna walk the dog. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now we're gonna step it left foot to left hand. So no judgments how you get there. Some of you might have very long legs and shorter arms, and it makes it a little more challenging for you to do this exercise. So just a nice good hip flexor stretch, little inner thigh, elevate the hands if you need to, or have your back leg in a little bit more. Good, lift up, step it back to a plank. We're gonna come to standing, no judgments again how you get there. You can step it forwards, you can walk yourself back. Do what feels good, listen to your body. If your heart rate gets a little sketchy, take your time coming back up. Roll the shoulders up, back and down into your back pocket. Good, shoulders down. We're just gonna take ear to shoulder, side to side. Bring the head up, look to one side, look to the other. Bring it into the center, big breath in, spread the fingers, spread the toes, and exhale. One more time, big breath in. And out, and you are all done.